Hello everybody and welcome as always to Niche Fighter Monday. Yo, I hope y'all are doing well. I am MrMKL as always here in the digital basement. Hi everyone. Apparently this is my freaking camera today. Yo, what is up? Welcome to Tech Support Mondays. Don't you love it when this happens? Hey, there I am. Hey, what's up? Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you're celebrating this time of year. Dude, this is how we started, isn't it? I think I'm a little bit more focused. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Niche Fighter Monday. I hope y'all are doing well. Magic. The magic of the holidays. Yo! We got any Mega Man fans in the house? I was so stoked to be able to find this one. I was rocking my Zelda Christmas sweater the other week. Can always cheese the Souls games. That is it. Yo, for real, it's funny. Like, I find myself in the, like, Dark Souls discourse every now and again. I spot it online in the wild. And the number of people who are like, if you played Dark Souls using magic and shields, you didn't enjoy the game. And I'm like, I guess my enjoyment of the game has been nullified because I used magic? I don't know. I thought it was really cool. I enjoyed doing a, like, an atypical build game, right? Like, and yeah, for real, like, if you don't like how magic works in the game, I totally get it. And like, like throughout my playthrough of Dark Souls, I actually went through these waves of starting off really like parry and backstab, very physical stuff, right? And then I moved to magic, and then I moved back to like magic buffs for melee attacks, right? And then, so like, I don't know, like, it was a build that forced me to make different decisions in certain situations, which I thought was really cool, and I thought was kind of the spirit of the game. But it's it's so funny whenever I see other people who are like, no, my spirit of the game is the only one that counts, otherwise you didn't. I'm like, man, people enjoy games in so many different ways. It's like, it's one of the best things I love about getting out of Dark Souls, is like, hearing people's like wildly different interpretations where they were like, nah man, I armored up and I was a tank. No one could stagger me. I just walked through shit. Other people are like, I was nimble and I was running around and no one could ever touch me, right? Other people going for like the pyromancy builds, which was an interesting thing. I haven't heard anyone really talk about faith builds, which I thought was interesting, and I'm like, I'm almost tempted. I'm almost tempted to go through another Souls game and use like a faith build just to see what it's like. Yeah, yo, Mohas, that's what I should do. Honestly, I should just sit down and just like get all my archives of the Dark Souls stuff, and we can just like share it in a drive somewhere and start chipping away. Because I definitely want to do a couple compilations. I think there's some fun stuff. And there were some great moments in those runs. But yeah, like the discourse, Andrea, about like playing it wrong. I mean, this comes up all the time, right? Where it's like, in fighting games too, like the whole idea of, right? Like if you're not playing to improve and be on like the journey to the next tier of skill, then you're not playing fighting games, right? And it's like, there's a lot of talk about the right and wrong mentalities towards fighting games, and that definitely applies if you're looking to do a specific thing. If you want to be competitive, you definitely need a certain type of mindset, but you don't need that mindset to want to play fighting games and be able to enjoy them, right? And so there's this huge disconnect, I think, particularly in any like heavily skill-based game. Like Dark Souls, it kind of like surrounds itself with this idea of skill and difficulty, right? Fighting games have this aura of skill and difficulty about them. And I think that lends itself to this kind of like binary thinking when it comes to how you're supposed to play and enjoy these games. And it's not as simple as all that. Zoners and grapplers enter the chat. Yeah, the lower level stigma against zoners and grapplers, even to this day, it is wild, right? Like I've talked about it before, in the like late 90s and early 2000s, playing fighting games in arcades and going to arcades that had no throwing rules and throwbacks, where if you threw someone, unless it was a command grab, then you would have to stop play and let the opponent throw you back. Right? And it was just this like this thing that throws are cheap, so this is how we're accommodating it, right? And there's different ways to play. If that's not fun for you and that's not what your community, you don't have to play that way. You shouldn't expect everyone else to play that way just because you're around, but you know, that's another discussion. Yeah, Mohas, that bit about like long strings and not knowing where to stop, multi-hitting moves and not knowing what like where the gaps are. I ran into that when I was playing the Undernight beta recently, right? And that, yeah, it's a super frustrating thing. If you don't know what things look like and what things are, then you don't know when your opportunities are. So you end up just mashing and you get punished for it, right? So then, yeah, you fall prey to really, really simple mix-ups and just like stop, block, oh, punish, right? Just because you don't know what you don't know, and so until you know it, you're kind of like stuck in this loop, right? And so it's just you gotta stop and try to recognize that stuff, right? But it's hard and frustrating to do, especially in the moment. It's interesting. I was playing through a little bit of the tutorial for Killer Instinct because we're going to be playing that later on today, and that's kind of they build that into their tutorial where they say, look, you need to know that you can combo breaker auto doubles, so know what the auto doubles look like, right? So that you know what you're looking for. And that whole process, like that breaks down. Like if you don't like that aspect of the game, you probably won't like Killer Instinct, right? It's so fundamental. But that ability to like see these long strings or short strings as the case may be and recognize what it is and what you're able to do in response, like that is, I think that is like a core point of frustration and something that it's one of the first barriers. But like when you can get over that barrier and at least know how to work it out, then I think like it opens up a lot of what makes fighting games great. But I think it's a hard stop for a lot of people. Yeah, the game should do a better job of telling you the game state. Actually, that's one of the things Killer Instinct does pretty well, because it does tell you when you get a combo breaker wrong, then like whether you got the wrong input or whether you got poor timing. So if you were too late, it lets you know that, but it lets you know that you got the right breaker strength. And then if you got the wrong breaker strength, it tells you that, and it tells you what the actual answer was, so that in theory you're supposed to be able to piece that together. I love when games do that. Fantasy Strike does that with their hit sparks, and they show advantage and disadvantage within their hit sparks, and it might not always be something that you can like react to literally in game, but especially upon review or as a spectator, it lets you piece those things together, that oh, this move from that distance is this positive, or at least very positive or slightly positive, or whatever it might be. But yeah, that's those visual indicators go a long way to helping players recognize those strings, those situations that might be blocks for them, right? Yo, sensory overload in Killer Instinct is a very real thing. I sort of wish a game just bit the bullet and said -2 or +2 after hits. That would be actually really interesting. Like, what would it look like if you wanted to give very specific data as feedback in a game, right? In like live feedback in a game. What would that look like? Like, what would you have to do to make that legible? And what is the, like, what pace would the game have to play at to make that feasible? That could be interesting. I mean, right, like Fantasy Strike, jumpable, right? There's a giant fucking blue jumpable that appears over your head when you don't jump a command grab, right? And it's just like, that was like a running gag at our weeklies for Fantasy Strike, where it's just like, jumpable. It's right there, man. It said it. Why don't you just jump it? You just jump. It told you it was jumpable. Yeah, Tekken doing that in training mode since then. I need to show active frames and recovery if I recall correctly. Yeah, the glowing blue, red, plus minus frames. It's great. Like, and I think if you can incorporate that into your actual game in a like visually interesting way, it's even better. I mean, I love how Zool has done the Ultra Clay Fighter hit sparks and combo counter and putting that within the hit sparks, right? It's a carryover from the original Clay Fighter games, but he kind of got like refined, right? How didn't you tech the throw? You had to press nothing. I know, right? And that's it. It's like you literally just don't do anything. Just why did you do anything, man? Come on. It's so simple. Just don't do anything. Honestly, I mean, for their Fantasy Strike gets a lot of criticism for the way it handles throw teching because it's so different than how other fighting games handle throw teching. But like, literally stop pushing buttons. It is actually one of the better pieces of advice, right? Like, what is the answer to long strings, right? Block. Just stop. Just don't do anything. Just down back, right? Like, and just block or just stop pushing buttons is often such good advice. So building that into the core loop of the throw game, which the way Fantasy Strike works, because of you can't do mix-ups in certain ways, there's no crouching, it becomes a very, very heavily strike throw oriented game. And so making that change to how throws work actually teaches you a lot about the wider game, even though you might not be able to directly port that like throw teching knowledge over to a game like Street Fighter. And more games need fishing mini games. I would love it. We need it. Oh yeah, Merfight fishing game? Maybe that's a little awkward. Oh, the merfolk are, come on, you invert it. You're not the one fishing, you're fighting off the fishermen as the Merfight characters. Matt, I'm giving you that one for free. All right, friends. Let's kick off Niche Fighter Monday in style, eh?
Niche Fighter Monday.
Welcome, as always, to Niche Fighter Monday. Yo, Mohost, I might need you to do a little bit of a fighting game announcer voice for my intro. I'm thinking my stream intro needs a little bit of a refresh. I want to update it with some new stuff. I love what's in there, don't get me wrong, but I want to do a little update. And maybe I can get a real life fighting game VO artist to contribute to my little intro. That would be amazing. Suggestion to set the difficulty to harder extreme if I want more interesting challenge. Okay. I'll bump it to hard. Woo, no, my controller. I don't think I'm quite prepared for the extreme. There you go. I'm getting all tangled up in my wires here. Alright, game options. Set it to hard. Alright, my friends, this is Exploding Judo Federation. I have not checked this one out in a little while, and big shoutouts to Andrea for hooking me up with the currently unreleased update to this game. They've been working on a UI update. They have put out a casting call, actually. Speaking of voiceover work, they put out a casting call for some VO work because they also need an announcer in this game, if I'm not mistaken. So that's available. Yo, Andrea, if you want to drop that link in the chat, you are more than welcome to. And I'm gonna let everyone here know, of course, you can go check out the game right here. I definitely recommend it. It's released under the Der Mondhaus label. This is also the label that has released 8 Colors Star Guardians. It is a turn-based RPG. It's kind of like, 8 Colors is really cool, man. Like, it's kind of like turn-based RPG where you have to go through and get you have to defeat bosses, and each boss is kind of like a puzzle, right? Where they all have their own like unique little shtick and their unique capabilities, and you have to like find the combination of your team's abilities to be able to take down that specific boss. And as you go through and you defeat them, your team levels up and they get new attacks, and it can get more and more complex. It's really awesome. It is adorable, and it is getting a Switch release. I believe it's out on Switch now, so I highly recommend folks go check it out. But in the interim, this is Niche Fighter Monday, so not turn-based RPG Monday. So we're gonna take a look at Exploding Judo Federation instead.
Select your character.
On the 11th of January. Okay, excellent. Go to the Nintendo eShop and wishlist that right now. Just do it in another tab. I know you folks can multitask. All right. Yo, that's right. The Calaman from Duels of Fortune's in here. We got some nice crossovers. We got some references to other games in the Andrea Demetrio oeuvre. And I mean, I gotta play my boy Random. Inaba from Persona 4? Oh, she's another one that's really good. Ooh. And if I'm not mistaken, this here is a reference to a Project Diva track. This stage here. A little shout out to the Miku fans. The acronym stands for I'm not a bunny asshole. It's so good, man. You're so, I don't know. There's something about Andrea's styles of game. They're just like so self-possessed. Like they are no more or less serious than they need to be. It is just mwah. I love it. This stage is created after watching the video clip of Black Gold, which, after your suggestion for that song, has become one of my favorite tracks in Project Diva. Actually, I have been grinding out a perfect score on that so hard. Yeah, Random. We've literally got. They say you play Random like it's a bad thing, and I'm like, I just play a great character, man. So, Exploding Judo Federation, not your standard fighting game, right? This is a fighting game where only throws will kill. So we are searching for the throws in order to be able to one-hit kill your opponent here. And you can use physical attacks to build bar, to create spacing and positioning, and trick your opponent, create mix-ups to go into the throw. And then throws are techable. You can actually see the symbol pop up there, right? So that is one of the throws, and then that's another throw. So you have a different throw in order to be able to tech it. It's a great like rock paper scissors with the throw, and then you're using your normals in your physical attacks for kind of, like I said, positioning, mix up, meter build, and that kind of stuff. So footsies with the physicals, and then you go for the kill with the throw. It's really cool. Oh yes, the Megiddo Extinction Cannon. This is also a move for sure. It's beautiful. And so this is actually really nice that this update adds a you can see in the top left corner, it adds a combo counter, which I don't know, maybe this is just me, is that like combos I think are the thing that got me into fighting games. Like I loved watching people do really cool combos. I love building them. I love combo heavy games. They're really cool. So that's kind of what got me into them. So I find it hard to read games sometimes when they don't actually have a combo counter. So it's this is a welcome addition for me for sure. Yeah, it deals damage. So yeah, you can deal damage, but if I'm not mistaken, right, it won't cause a KO. So I would say a lot of Andrea's games take kind of inspiration from 3D fighters. You can see here that we have, you know, this is we're in a 3D space here. We have rolls, though most of the combat will take place on like a 2D plane. Oh, it will kill because random is a boss. All right, yo, the more you know. But yeah, I would say Andrea takes some inspiration from 3D games. That's kind of a core part of his design that I've seen, and you can see it in here in these kind of strings. So there's flying carpet, loop and loop again, and then combo into screw the rules. A bunch of directional normals, and then the grabs here and a meter base, smashing pumpkins. So there it is. Zero frame grab. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, domino. Oh, okay. Hang on a sec. So one thing you can do is even after you get the kill, you can build bar back, right? Yeah. So that's one of the things where even after you get the kill, getting a throw kill in a position that lets you follow up with a combo to build some extra meter. That's what makes it Superman, but has pitiful range. I mean, so I did get a combo off of the jump in. Did I get, was it another jump? Ooh, maybe it wasn't. There you go. Yeah, I can get, but it won't connect completely. Once again, combo's probably not the most important thing in this game, though they do play a role, obviously. So, Random actually has a relatively small move list compared to some of the characters in the game. So this is actually probably going to be a really good place for me to start. I played a little bit of Random in Schwarzer Blitz.
Select your character. Select your character.
Not available. Oh, interesting. Yeah, Random is very unconventional. Oh, no sweat. This is probably, do I have to do the save state thingamajigger? Yeah, no, Random is pretty unconventional, but like, I don't know. I think it's a really interesting character. First of all, the design is delightful. Not available for arcade. No sweat. Oh yes. Oh yes. We have decided who we're going with. Oh, I'm sorry. Little Miss CRT for a head works for me too. Yeah, you'd hope a walking stage select icon or like a character select icon would be a little unconventional.
You win.
Spin, spin, spin. Oh wait, did I hit survival mode? Yo, survival it is. All right.
You win.
I'm only half paying attention to what's going on at any given time. This is very clear, right? Dang. Dang. Yo, it like this that's a volatile survival mode, man.
Select your character.
Yeah, let's go. Yume. Let's go. Yo, it's cool. We're just vibing on a Monday afternoon. Yo, and of course, thanks for joining me as always here in the basement, folks. Oh no. Oh no.
Take 2. Action.
Bomb 2. Detonate. Okay, got A-Tech. Burra, probably the hardest character to fight together with Inaba. Interesting.
You lose.
They seem to have...
Continue. No. Take 1. Action.
I don't know. Yeah, the tongue seems pretty annoying, I gotta say. Nice. Oh, man. Okay, hang on a sec. What are Yume's other throws? Move lists. Oh, right. She has the opossum stance. Okay. She's got a ton. If they hit with the shoulder grab, it's a shoulder attack, the grab becomes, oh, the grab is unbreakable. Okay. It's the Goodnight Sweetheart. You need to roll sideways if Burra hits the shoulder attack. Okay. Okay, yeah, so roll to avoid because it's untechable. All right. Yeah.
You lose. Continue. 9. Take 1. Action.
There we go. Grab him out of the air.
Take 2. Action.
Ah, dang it. Only Voldo and Astaroth can break back throws. Oh, God!
You lose.
Okay, it is. I did put it on hard. All right, I gotta buckle down. I gotta buckle down here.
Take 1. Action.
Let me... Oh, dang. Better put it on medium, especially with Yume. Does she struggle a bit? Oh. Oh, nope. Come on, roll, roll. I got this. Boom. All right, all right. Also super, yes, yes. It's just roll and throw for super, if I'm not mistaken. Nope.
You lose.
Yeah, so her super, it does like a pirouette and it moves around, right? And it'll automatically jump into a throw after a certain point, but but you can like trigger it early, correct? Yeah, you can interrupt it beforehand. Okay. Oh! Oh, there we go. Oh, man. All right. Honestly, I just got to schmoove a little more, man. It feels way better when I'm, like, at least just doing this, right? Damn, and that was a full combo into it, right? Yeah. Oh, shoot!
You lose.
Hmm.
Continue.
Yeah, Bura is the combo character? Okay, interesting. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Dang. Yeah, you would suggest to play as them? Okay, interesting. Booyah.
Final take. Action.
Oh, also, this track is really nice. I really like this song. Oh, no. You put it together with several free samples? This is good. I know you got Screamin' Red Skull worked on some of these tracks too, right? Yo, Tycho Overdrive with the drummers in the back?
Take one. Action.
Oh, you composed all the others just for the training mode stage. Oh, that's awesome. Punk! What's up, my friend? It has been a minute. Counter-strike for his super. Okay. That's important to know. I just bodied him. Welcome back, Punk. Yo, gamers going blind. This game is super sick. Like,
Take one. Action.
Tommy, we got Exploding Judo Federation right now. We're gonna have a little bit of Mega Knockdown. And then we got it's been a hot minute. It's been like 2 years since I've tried my hand at Killer Instinct. So I thought we would take another stab at that one. Oh, nope. Got him. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna pop open the beta branch. It's got a lobby update as well as some art update, and I'm actually gonna be giving away a couple of keys to Mega Knockdown. So if anybody is interested in a turn-based indie fighting game, I got you covered. I'm gonna be giving away a couple keys today. Can we handle the randomness? Nope. Roll, Mike. Roll. Oh, this feels like a small stage, though. So the premise here, Punk, is that it's a fighting game where you can only get the kill with a throw. So you use your normals to kind of like play footsies, build meter, get good positioning, and make a mix-up. And then you got to go in through for the various throws to be able to get the kill. And you'll see when the slowdown happens and like a button pops up, like that is a specific type of throw, and you have to use the corresponding input to tech. So there's a throw button, there's a dash button, there's a dodge button. Oh. Nope, here we go. Tech or die, yeah, right? So there. Boom. Tech window becomes smaller with every teched grab. So it's like, oh, that's right. Yeah, there's like that snowball effect, right? So yeah, that's what the notches indicate. Whoops. Oh boy. Yo, Grav, it is really nice to see KI get this get this update, right? Like, it totally deserves this little last bit of polish. I know the community has been clamoring for it, and they've been so dedicated, like... Boom. Little pirouette for you. Are you Tekken son? Yes, Dad. Okay, I got the sense. I got the sense after a couple rounds that I'm like, I'm not gonna be able to do this. Oh shoot, right. Oh, Mohast. Okay, I need to break his armor first. This is a Dark Souls boss. Shit. Okay, I should be prepared then, right? Yeah, he's got some big tells. All right. You literally designed it while playing Elden Ring. That's beautiful. I love the inspiration. Big jump with a little splash. The crouch for that. There you go. There you go. We ain't done yet. That's fine. Oh, damn. Damn, I wanted to worm in there for the dash throw.
Continue. 9.
Yeah, and the red bar there is the armor. Come on, let's go. I got this. Okay. Nope, nope. Oh, right. No, I shouldn't have used the super. Jump attack to avoid the shockwave. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, I could. Yeah, so I'd be able to. So jump kick. Yeah. Okay. Probably jump kick. Oh. And then, yeah, and then roll to avoid the laser. Yeah, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. No, yeah, yeah, jump to avoid his jump attack. And so, like, I'm hoping that I can jump to avoid the splash and come down with the kick like that and still get over it. And then, oh, and of course, man, it's Dark Souls. Of course, roll towards. Come on. I should know this by now. Whoops. Gotta avoid the Noid. Oh, Punk. I miss all those references. All the extremely outdated references. Welcome to the 30+ club, friends. Nope. Ooh, we got a shockwave. Oh no! Yeah, no, this hits, yeah, it hits like the big bad boss. I mean, it's funny, like, yeah, you say Dark Souls, and that, it's very clear as soon as that's said, right? But also, like, I think of all of the, like the giant Marvel vs. Capcom bosses, right? Nope. I got snapped. I got sniped. Come on. Nope. And the shockwave restores the armor. Okay. Okay. Virtual On, the final boss, was like the size of the screen, right? Yeah, no, I love like Onslaught in Marvel vs. Capcom was amazing. Apocalypse in X-Men vs. Street Fighter. Come on. Come on. Get that super. Ah. Oh no! Phase 2, here we go. Shit!
Continue.
So, like, you definitely have to come up with a different game plan, Punk. Cause like, yeah, so you'll see his red bar there. I have to use physical attacks to drain the armor before I can land the throw. So I can't just go for my typical mix. But because it's way more, way more structured in how the boss has tells, you can kind of slow it down a little and read him a little more. So I'm just doing the Dark Souls things of rolling into him to avoid the physical attacks, and then as soon as he does a move, right, I get in behind him, do my multi-hitting kick. Just got to avoid the splash damage there. Unfortunately, I rolled into it. Yeah, it's a great switch up at the end of the game, and I think it tests different skills, right? Like, because you might very well play this game just saying, hey man, I'm just gonna, oh damn, I got bodied. I'm just gonna like throw out random throws and make them tech, right? And not really use much of the physical attacks. This makes you think about the physical attacks a little bit more, and think about like using evasion as well. It's interesting. It's like it's a good teaching tool. And it's like, you wouldn't think necessarily it'd be at like the boss, but it's a good place to put it, because like once people are comfortable with a character, then they're starting to think about these things. Right now I'm just mash and throw. And I tried to grab him before he could blast, but no dice. Right, yeah, and that's the risk, right? Right, Punk? If you go too far into making it different, then it could just be frustrating. Like, just combos not working when it's like, dial a combo is a core feature of Mortal Kombat games. Seems kind of counterintuitive, right? Even though it would accomplish the same goal of making you think about different things and play the game differently. Oh, damn. I kicked into it. I shouldn't have. Yeah, get in behind. Get in behind. There we go. Roll away. I should have gone for the throw. Yeah, you can walk under him after you stun him to grab him from behind. Ooh. Should have side rolled. Yeah, Robo O's final boss was really cool too. Yeah, the giant oh, was it Giant Uchuzine? Again, kicked into it. Oh no, yo, you have no need to apologize, Andrea. This is super fun. Like, I really like this. I think, for me especially, finally having a bit of an understanding of the Soulsborne games, I think I can appreciate it a little bit more even. Oh, dang. Whoops, didn't mean to use that. I didn't mean to use that. $2K? What do we have with 2K? True. True. Yo, right, Alan? How is you look at some of the work that folks like Andrea do? Oh man, it's impressive. Like creating this engine that they've used for several games. Oh man, bangers. Yeah, Andrea's Italian for evil genius. There you go. Okay. Bad roll. Oh yeah, and I am doing basic strats, right? Where I'm just like, okay, roll and one reliable punish button, right? So yeah, I could probably afford to try to like... Yeah, the spinning move, right? That's what I was thinking. Like, so... It leaves you vulnerable to the stomps, so I definitely gotta be a little bit weary about that. But let's see, if I can roll in... Not far enough. Ooh. Ooh! Yeah, better to use 5k. It would be like so 2k would be nice, but it doesn't give me enough like evasion. So yeah, I'm better off doing like the roll 5k. But 2p is a nice like lunge, right? And 5p if I don't want to move forward as much. So if I'm like right on him, that might be better, so I won't like rock into his beam by accident or into his blades. So that right, second layer. We got roll 5k, and then distance 2p. And then 5p for less damage but more stability, so I don't like here, right? So I'm less likely to go flying into his blades. Oh. I mean, this is about how many times I would die on a Dark Souls boss as well, so... Oop. Okay. I just tried. Oh god. I can still be point blank and roll that, right? No, we're not at the too frustrating point yet. Right, okay, jump the big blast. My bad. You can simply jump. Oh shit, it's a low. Okay. That would make a whole lot of sense. Oh, no, rolled seat. Kicked into it again. I swear I tried that time. I understand the passion, Andrea. Oh, nope. Nope. There you go. Get him behind, roll. Get him behind, roll. There we go. Mash that grab on the respawn. Oh, no. No, I needed a side roll. I'm into this, man. This is a cool little, like not really, like, I don't know. I don't want to say not fighting game, because it is obviously fighting gamey, but it kind of gives me a similar, like play response to when I was playing Sklash, the story mode in Sklash, which kind of acted like a beat 'em up in some ways, which was really cool to see, right? And so, like, having this kind of act like a Souls boss, I'm like, it's such a neat change of pace that I'm here for it. Oh, damn. Oh, good. Oh, good. I hit him on the way down. I got lucky. Ah. Oh, shit. You know what? I was still holding on to roll, so I did it. Oh, my God. I'm an idiot. That's what happened. Because I'm holding roll this entire time, because, like, roll 5k gives me just 5k, right? And so I didn't frickin' let go of roll when I tried to jump, which made me just roll, and that's why I got hit by him on his big jump. Okay. Okay, mash that throw. Mash that throw. Ah, fuck. I let him get too much distance. I like, even if he techs my throw when he's going to do his explosion, at least it prevents the armor from returning, right? So in Dark Souls, it reduces the duration of the throw. So mashing for throw after the state change seems to, like, because if I'm right on top of him, it seems to guarantee that, like. And I think that's what Andrea said, right? Like, after the stun, you can get behind him and throw, and it seems to be if I'm right there and I'm mashing, I'll get the guaranteed throw for the damage. And then, yeah, if I, right, and then in his second phase, he uses the big explosion to get his armor back. And it seems if I can force a throw on him then, even if he techs it, he won't go into his armor. So I can delay it and try to, yeah, prevent the next phase and the having to damage, like, get through all of his armor again. Phase 2 is automatic? So, oh no, so it goes into phase 2, but it doesn't. Because I've seen him do the, you can only prevent him from regenerating armor in phase 1. Okay, okay. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Ooh, I was getting there. I was getting there. Yo, we gotta... When is the 3DS fighting game craze gonna come back, right? We need to be able to yell into our mics to tech throws. Oh, come on. Some kind of, like, audio warrior game? Oh, no. That would be in a Vocaloid fighting game. Are you kidding me? Let's get Miku in a fighting game. And you have to scream one of her lines in order to tech throws. I think that's totally reasonable. Ooh. Yell, I text that to reverse time. Oh, I fucking love it. Oh, that is perfect. Ooh, okay, bad roll. Nope, needed a side roll. When he goes into that squat, that's the beam. I gotta go into side roll. No, man, I like it. I like this. I like having... I need to challenge myself. He is playable, right? He's an unlockable character. I think Chain Gear version 2.0 was in there. I don't know how different they are from the boss. Too close. Same as the hard level boss, no differences. He even has the phase 2. Hey, nice. Come on. Maybe I should go for a run and the other throw afterwards, right? Because I can do, like, jump punch. Oh, no, boss character, man. Boss character's gotta be unfair to play against. And as. Oh. Ouch, ouch. Not expecting that. Ouch. How you been, Hayama? Alright, alright. I'm gonna give myself a few more tries here. Okay. Mash that throw. Dang it. Damn. Damn.
You lose.
Yo, the SNK boss is freaking real.
Continue. Final take. Action.
Got this. Ah!
You lose.
I guess you play patiently. Yeah, there is no time limit. I was on the edge. I was like holding my breath a bit. I'm like, I know how close this is. Okay. Ah, curses. Oh, damn, I rolled early. Okay. Oh, man, please tell me I only need one round. Oh, jeez. Let's go. Whoo! Shit, that felt good. Oh, man. Oh, God, I'm all tangled up. Oh, that was, Ooh, that felt good. Oh, yes. Yo, thank you for the clip. Dude, Andrea, that's a nice mean boss. Oh, man. You hit, yo, like, legit, mission accomplished on doing a like an Elden Ring's Dark Souls style boss. That hit the notes. This is what is one of the great things about like mashups, right? Like when I talk about genre crossovers and mashup games, especially within fighting games, we've seen on hard today, man. Jeez. No, we've seen these games, right? These like crossover games, but start taking what happens when Dark Souls, right? I mean, like they did. What is it? Bun Lilith, who did the Bloodborne PSX demake, and then is making Bloodborne Kart as well. That's just an amazing crossover of like, what if Bloodborne but retro? And then you're like, damn, retro PSX, Twisted Metal. And then you're like, what if Bloodborne but Twisted Metal, right? And then with this, it's like, yeah, bringing in the Soulsborne influence to fighting games can do some really interesting things. And it also like is a nod to the giant bosses of fighting games of past, right? So there's like layers to it. It's great. To this day, it's the favorite boss you've made in one of your fighting games, and for good reason, bud. Yeah, easy and normal is severely nerfed. So, oh, dude, so good. Chain Gear Cannon in the Schwab lore. That's another thing. I still have not gone through the Schwarzer Blitz story mode. That is going to be, it's like 6 or 8 hours or something like that of story mode content. And then there's all like the Schwarzer Blitz stories as the DLC. I'm gonna have to check that out. There is so much lore. Folks, yo, go check out Exploding Judo Federation. You can pick it up at dermontage.itch.io. Excuse me? dermontage.itch.io. I hope I'm pronouncing that relatively well. I'm trying to get my pronunciations correct. You can go check it out. You can go pick it up there. I highly recommend it. Maybe grab it as a gift for someone for the holidays. That's another thing, man. Maybe we need to go over some holiday picks for the indie game crowd. It's pronounced very differently. I'll work on it, I promise. Dark Souls in general, the Soulsborne series has a bunch of fighting game influence. Mohast and I talked about it pretty in depth during my playthrough of Dark Souls. Some of the ways the parry system, some of the analogs to 3D fighters, some of the just analogs to various fighting game skill sets that you need to build up. You can look at it through the lens of a fighting game and actually like do quite well in the Souls combat kind of stuff, right? Yeah, lost the pronunciation mix-up. The strongest mix-up there is. Yeah, no, those like whatever, the like instant overhead, right, left, and then like 8-way air dash to the ground for a grab. No, man, doesn't stand a chance against the German language. That was super amazing. I am very stoked. I'm very stoked. Yo, we're gonna be going into Mega Knockdown next. Yes, that is what we're gonna do. We're gonna head into Mega Knockdown. We're gonna take a look at the game. Alan McMillan here is in chat, and they are the artists working on a bunch of the art updates to Mega Knockdown. So if anybody has any questions, I highly recommend you poke them about them. Talk about the character designs, talk about the UI, talk about what's going on with the stages. I'm excited to see what these updates are like. It's been a minute. We're actually also doing, this month, I am going to be joining the Mega Knockdown League. It's the last one of the year. They're doing it for December. They've been doing it for like a year now. And you can join this bracket here if you're so inclined. And yeah, we can play some games. We can play some Mega Knockdown together in bracket. There's, I think, a $40 pot bonus up for grabs, and the long time, the 11-time champion or something like that is not going to be there this month, so it's kind of an open game for folks. Highly recommend people check it out. Howdy Super HC. Yes, Hypergrav, I would be down for some strats. That would be nice, actually. We can hop in the voice chat in a quick minute. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, though, before we kick on over to Mega Knockdown. Friends, make sure to take a stretch break. Grab yourselves a drink. Grab yourselves a snack. I always appreciate you folks coming out. If you want to help support me, we got over here. You can find out what we're doing in the digital basement through the Twitters here at MrMKL_. And we've got a Patreon, too. Drop that, yo. If you got a Twitch Prime sub sitting around, maybe throw it this way for Christmas. I would appreciate a little Christmas gift boost, as always. If you have it in you, right? Dig into the change purse if you're able to. If you'd like to, also, we got the Patreon. If you're a super fan, you want to help support. Maybe you want the ad block absolution because, you know, ads suck, and I understand if you're using ad block. A couple bucks a month goes a long way to helping me keep the lights on here in the basement and playing cool games with y'all. So, yeah. please do that if you're able to. Until then, like I said, take a little bit of a stretch break. We're going to be right on back to play some Mega Knockdown. everybody. How's it going? MrMKL here, a blurry MrMKL. What is going on, my friends? Alrighty, yo, we are moving on over. Welcome, as always, to the Digital Basement. I am MrMKL. We're hanging out here. Like I said, moving on to Mega Knockdown right now. I got to do all of the important things like switch on over the category to let all the Mega Knockdown fans know what's up. And you know what? Let's kick it off while I boot this game up. DHamster, developer of Mega Knockdown, was kind enough to hand out a couple keys, a couple game codes my way, which I am going to be happy to pass along to some of our friends here in chat. Let's kick on over. I am playing on the beta branch, Grav. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, sweet DHamster, what's up, friend? Yo, once again, we got not only the artist Alan, but the developer DHamster hanging out here in chat. So if anybody has any questions about Mega Knockdown, I am of course happy to talk about this game at length. But the people who are literally working on it right now are here in chat. So don't hesitate to drop some questions for those fine folks. I'm sure they'll be happy to talk about their game. Where are... Andrea respectfully watching. Here we are, my lordy. What is happening with me today? Where's my chat list? Here they are. We got some viewers in chat here. Yo, I see, you know, okay, yeah, I'm gonna roll the dice. I'm gonna roll the dice to see who's getting the lovely code here for a Mega Knockdown. We got, yo, Foxy Boxy Games and Sylvie Horse. My fine friends, Foxy and Sylv, I'm going to make sure that you two get access to this code ASAP. Feel free to drop me a DM. But worst case scenario, I will get at you at the end of the stream and hook you up with a code for Mega Knockdown. Yeah, Alan, yeah, I'm sure, right? Like, it's really, the game's really started coming together. I've been checking out all of the updates on Twitter, though, like I said, it's been a minute since I've actually played. But this is a good opportunity. Yeah, get a bunch of feedback from folks and get a sense of, you know, what needs to be tweaked, what needs to be refined. Let's go. All right, I'm gonna head on over. I'm gonna head on over to the voice chat. I'm just gonna be chilling in here. And we're gonna check out some Mega Knockdown. All right. We're looking good. All right. Big Billy. I do like me some Big Billy. All right. A, B, throw. Block C. You got it on the wish list, Hayama? Yo.
Check.
What's going on?
Hey man, just checking out some Mega Knockdown.
Excellent. Welcome, Graf.
Who are you playing in this now?
So I picked Billy again, so that's where I'm at right now.
Billy, I said, you know, they are the grappler, but I think they are actually a really good choice for the game. Super good, just benefits from any situation.
Yeah, D-Hamster saying that Billy is way more viable now. I heard that they got some updates.
Yeah, there's so many, it's hard to remember how many updates they have. It's like a page of buffs.
Yeah.
How was my volume, by the way?
Volume seems pretty good. Yeah, let us know, folks, if make sure you can hear Grav all right. Marv's such a fun character. Honestly, like all the characters, like especially now, like with the new designs, it's so good. Like I mean, there was a bit of a charm that I really appreciate the charm of the Germa, the original Germa version of this game. But no, it's so great seeing it all come together with some like very, very unique and beautiful art here. Shit, you know, you're on there online, aren't you, Grav?
Yep.
You know what? Let's just hop into it. Why? Let's not muck around. Let's hop into this game, play some stuff. Maybe you can teach me some stuff. I'm gonna start up a player lobby here. Marv is a scrub killer with the range options. I mean, like, the nature of a turn-based game makes it very, like, scrub killery in general.
Come at me, bro.
Alright. I do, and I also love that it shows the ping. It's a turn-based game. Still shows the ping. Ooh. Okay. Oh, hit me with a low.
Yeah, that's really what I find with Billy, a lot of the strat comes down to, are you gonna walk and block, or are you gonna try to jump in?
Yeah.
So, just fishing, yeah, okay, and then your stand block there.
Yeah, right. And should just be what, forward throw for no. What is
No, so for his punish, you almost always want to do your 5C. Unless you're in range for the Big Billy Buster for the forward throw.
Okay.
And Big Billy Buster leaves you it pushes you one square away, so you don't get the optimal Oki.
Oki afterwards, yeah.
So sometimes it's actually worth doing forward throw so you get the best mix up in the game.
Okay. Right, and here... What is the... Yeah, Big Billy Buster, right?
Yep. And yeah, so Billy's big thing is his sweep is not punishable, which is really huge, and you can't tech his throw, his Big Billy Buster.
Yeah.
Although that's not an option here since you're point blank. But yeah, it really becomes so dangerous. I'm just gonna stand block. Okay.
God, I don't know. All right.
Yeah. Okay, so that's Nick's big thing is like I have the only good back throw in the game. So now you are kind of it's actually anyone's game right now because I can do so much damage in the corner.
Yeah, right? Yeah, damn, that's big. Okay.
And now Billy's gonna struggle because what's he gonna do?
Yeah, yeah, and then I take the chip out, yeah. Dang.
You so actually you can catch if you want to call out the back jump there. You can usually do like a forward B or an air throw in some places,
Okay.
or like I can't remember the exact ranges. I think if you're point blank, 6A might work.
Okay. Get grabbed. Get grabbed. Big counter hit. Dang. Alright. Why is Billy so wide? I mean,
Yeah, throw loops mid-screen. People in Street Fighter 6 are worried about the corner throw loops.
he's the biggest of Billies. It's just how it is. Okay, good anti-air, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the game really comes down to 5B usage.
Go for the throw,
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, I keep putting out 5B, and then eventually you stop wanting to run into it, and then I
Yeah.
grab you.
Oh, I'm on 14 on jump C.
Oh, yep. And there's the natural enemy of 5A.
Of 5, yeah.
Yeah, any neutral throw is gonna beat the 5A.
Mhm.
So I do see a lot of people not wanting to use that option because it just gets blown up.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's so funny. Like, I really am going to have to go through the move lists just to be like, okay, what are my actual ranges on some of these attacks, just to be able to kind of suss out appropriate counters like that, like the neutral throw beating. Oh.
and that's actually one of my favorite things there is if you do an air throw, you dodge lows. So it's like I'm covering different options that way.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Why is it called Mega Knockdown? What makes these knockdowns so mega? I mean, I don't know. They're pretty devastating. Mid-screen throw loops. Getting used to that, yeah.
Yeah.
In the anti-air, yeah.
I mean, so yeah, you do need to walk and block a lot with Billy.
Yeah,
One advantage,
just for
one
that.
advantage is, one thing to notice here is, even if I sweep you, you actually still move in.
So, like, if I walk block.
It's not, yeah, so I swept you, but you actually moved forward still. So it's
Oh.
actually not as bad as it looks to get hit, and it's it's only 200 damage. It's the weakest attack in the game. So if I just try and sweep you all day, you actually will still get in because you have so much health.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, okay. So, Walk and block, get to 2 squares, and then... Or 1, rather. Grav is playing really well. Okay. Then you go for the low. And then the throw. Oh yeah, Tatsunoko versus Capcom does. They have damage in the billions.
I think in this matchup, you can, as Billy, actually play a little bit as the zoner, because you start with more health, so technically you're up. I don't have any
True.
long-range attacks, and your sweep is not punishable, so it's actually kind of advantage Billy at the start. Let's see. Yeah, because if I just sit here and spam 5B, I'm eventually gonna run out of options. And I do believe that if it goes to time, I lose just because you have more health.
Just because I have more health. Yeah, yeah.
It's not
Okay,
like
so it
fancy.
doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter that we're both at 100%. It's actual health total, not percentage.
Yeah. And the other thing here is if you block, so you blocked the 5, you blocked it, so you are plus 20. The important thing here is this makes my 5B 40 frames, so you can actually jump in, and I think it trades. It's a huge win for you.
Okay.
I have to use my 5A in order to anti-air here. But that means you basically have a 50-50 between do I jump B or do I 5C.
Okay.
It's a little bit more nuanced than that, but like...
Yeah. But I see what you're
pretty
getting
much
at
what
there,
you can do. So, yeah, and if... I think if I block the 5C, I'm minus 10. But yeah, see if I do 5A, I just get blown up, and now I'm down in a bad situation. And then you can just keep that mix up here.
Yeah, because I can still threaten with jump or 5C. And then your jump wins out.
Yeah,
and now I gotta make my way back in.
Let's see.
Okay. Yeah, is D-Hamster saying that you stomp a lot on Oki. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm starting to get this.
Okay, yeah, so that's a good one is if I wake up 5B, it trades, which isn't too bad for you.
Oh yeah, okay. And we'll see, stomp not good there, too slow. And then good. Yeah. I was like, I couldn't walk and block, so yeah, you stomp a lot to condition people to try jumping. Okay. Yo, Andrea, thanks for dropping by as always. I appreciate it.
Oh, okay. Looks like I'm actually minus 20 still if I block the sweep because it's meaty. You get a frame advantage buff if you do it when they're waking up.
Okay. Oh, okay. Remember, your back throw is the same as neutral throw, so use that to get corner advantage.
Oh, yeah, I already pointed that one out
Yeah,
earlier. But
yeah. Yeah, no, Andrew just joining the stream. Welcome also, Andrew. Yeah.
Yep, and then we have Big Billy Buster beating the neutral throw.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then, yeah, from here, I can still threaten. And then hit that. Okay, cool.
All right. Yeah, cool.
Cool. Much appreciated. This is really helpful, just being able to walk through this with people.
Yeah, there's a lot more nuance than there seems. Yeah, do
Oh,
pass
for sure.
turn. One thing I have been finding I really need to remind myself to do more often is to just do 5G more. Because you have to determine, do I need to press advantage, try to force situations, or do I need to try to extract information?
Yeah.
And just passing your turn is pretty safe. If you're not in throw range, there's not much that can really happen to you. And sometimes you can just crack your opponent, and you only need like 2 hits to win, especially as Billy.
Yeah.
So it is worth slow playing people. I see the champ Stealthy do that a lot, where they'll just kind of chill for like 5 or 6 turns, and then they'll take their read.
Interesting, yeah. Yeah, just like scope it out. Use the advantage that you have. I'm gonna get anti-air here, yeah. 5G is quietly a very, very strong option.
Yeah, and so Noel here is... So if Nick is the corner specialist because he gets Dust Loop in the corner, then Noel is like the mid-screen specialist.
Mid-screen, yeah, absolutely.
Like, she doesn't really care that much about the corner, she just wants to hang out and keep
set
you
up.
just keep you 2 squares away. Just camp out. And she gets to do that plant setup a lot more often on Billy because his jump range is shorter.
It's shorter, yeah.
And
okay.
then, yeah, the one of the weird weaknesses about the plant is it comes out, 2 squares away. So if you walk in, then the plant won't hit you, unless you get hit by Noel's attack.
Yes. Okay. Again, no counter hit.
Yeah, and Andrew knows all of the guaranteed plant spots.
Oh yeah.
He's studied the crap out of where he can get that.
Yeah, absolutely. There we go. There we go. Okay. Just gotta push his ass to the corner. Good stuff. Okay. Lock. Low get grabbed. Okay. Yeah, Andrew wrote. Yeah. I know. Andrew has talked a lot about. Oh, very nice. About this game and some of the finer points of it. They definitely do some really good breakdowns of various scenarios. And it's one of those things that it can really show in people's games, right? Like I talk about a lot of this game being a scrub killer game. Really, it's a knowledge check game, right? And it's something very similar that was talked about when it came to Fantasy Strike. Was that because some of the scenarios can be so, I don't want to say constrained, but like I call it a tailored space. Since they can be so tailored, you can do these like flowcharts of what are the ideal options, and you can suss them out pretty easily if you know what the game is about. Yeah, Hypergrav also
Yeah.
wrote one too, right?
Yeah,
What
I
was
wrote one recently.
did you
Mine
was
was
it
like a blank character slate guide, so it's kind of like a Billy guide, but it's really just like a system guide.
okay?
I've been thinking about writing one that's a little more character specific, but there was still a lot of balance changes happening.
Yeah, I know.
think-
It's kind of tough to do that when a game's really in flux still. We'll see what. Okay, we'll go through this one more, and then I can counter sweeps. Oh no, I committed. Whatever. Probably not. No. Should have just blocked. Gonna get swept. Nah.
Nice.
Very nice.
It's always really scary grabbing Billy, but you really have to do it.
You got to be willing to, right? Oh, I didn't. That wasn't the play. Oh, that was the play. Holy shit. Nah, the sweep.
That's the low block. He's got the Germa parry animation.
Ah, the throw again. Shit, I should have known. Nice. Here we go. I'm gonna pass this turn. Let's take a look at D Hamster and Andrew. All right, this is gonna be good.
Okay, yeah. So Marv has gotten a lot of changes too recently.
Mhm.
He didn't use. So he originally did not have the conventional 5B, and that was a problem for him. It was just really hard for him to control space. He had to kind of take a risk. He had to take risks almost everywhere on the screen. So now he has a 5B, and 6B is his long limb,
Okay.
and he's got a couple other like damage buffs. I think he's in a pretty good spot right now. He plays similar to Paul, but I think he's a little bit more, how to put this? So like Paul's fireball goes full screen, but he doesn't have the anti-air coverage. Like Marv's 5A is really quite good.
It's okay.
The other thing is Marv doesn't care about trades because all of his stuff is one hit. So if you trade with Marv, it's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I don't know if anyone's really talked about that, but yeah, if you trade on a multi-hit move, your combo won't come out, but you'll get that first little hit. Usually it's like 100, but with Marv, he often gets 300.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's another Marv thing that Paul doesn't have, is point blank, his long range move is not punishable. Because
Oh, really? It's safe?
Yeah, Fireball at throw range is punishable.
Yeah.
And then Marv has his jumping A, which is really good for getting out. You have to kind of call it out.
Okay.
So that is, yeah, like Paul doesn't have a good like backing up move. He really has to make that read with like his Shoryuken.
Okay.
But most people would say Paul is probably top 1 or 2 though still, even with all the nerfs he's gotten.
I mean, it's the Volcano is.
It's good.
It's good. It's a good move. This is interesting though. You're right. Like I like seeing D Hamster just hang back here, right? And be like, okay, yeah, I can use this. What is that? The Vapor Strike.
Yeah. It's just like, yeah, okay, you can jump.
Yeah, go ahead. Right? And for sure, Noel wants to do that, right? Set that up, get in for a jump, get the hit, multi-hit with the plant.
Yeah. One of the funny things is if you are at range 4, you can actually just beat the limb. It's pretty funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like, I think you usually do like a 4B to beat it.
Okay.
But you can also jump on the limb, I think. It's actually really, really similar to Argagarg's limb.
Oh, all right. Okay, putting down the plant. Just gonna D-hamster, just hang him back. Yeah, neutral block, Vapor Strike. Oh yeah, and there you go, like you said, right? You can step forward past the plant.
Yep, step past the plant. It's one of the big problems. That also showcased one of the things is if you do a block, if you're just guarding and they do a move and it whiffs, you get plus 10 frame advantage or minor advantage.
Okay.
Usually doesn't matter, to be fair, but if you get, in the weeds, sometimes you can make some cool situations where things win when they wouldn't.
Very nice. Yeah, and that's the other thing. I have not done any of and it's super important in a game like this to do some calculations on frame advantage. It is not something I have done, and so yeah, I think it's one of those things that shows in terms of just being able to get optimal punishes, which is, I don't know, so important. Like it's all about the knockdown, right? It's like getting the knockdown, getting the right punish in the right situation or the right OP. You need to do the math a bit, right? I think more than a lot of games.
Yeah. So normally it's if you want the most damage, you do 5A. If you want the knockdown, you do throw. If they're a space away, then you usually are gonna go for sweep or 5B for damage. That's true for almost everyone.
Okay.
You'll like one exception is Paul. If you do 5A, you get his Shoryuken move.
True.
Volcano. Although that's actually not bad. You get pretty good damage and a knockdown, so it's
not the worst option. Yeah.
But yeah, usually you do the jab. Makes the most damage.
That B, good hit. And then yeah, the Argagarg limb, as Punk says, feels like a human Arg in a lot of ways. Yeah, that move right there.
Yep. And it does chip too.
Oh, even better.
Lots of chip. Yeah, I advocated for adding more chip to it because it wasn't enough. And now it's actually kind of scary to block it.
Right.
If you block it 10 times, you die.
Like that's a great threat for that kind of like ranged character. But the only thing that he's missing is being able to punish neutral vortex move like a Tatsu. Hard knockdowns in this game are less advantageous than setting up combo opportunities. I guess that's true.
I don't know. Well, so one thing about hard knockdowns is if they do a jump, they go vertical. They don't get to move forward.
Forward, yeah. So you start being able to limit their range of motion at least.
Yeah, some characters don't care about that. But if you're playing against Billy or if you're playing like a zoner, then you can have a lot of things that are like zero risk, low return that you can do. And really, I think that comes down to it a lot is you're looking at, do I go for like low risk, low return? Do I go for high risk, high return?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've been playing a lot of Virtua Fighter lately, so I've been more in the, if you're gonna go for the thing that has any read to it, go for the high risk, high reward thing. And that works out pretty well.
Yeah. I like it.
Oh, speaking of which, the neutral throw, or no, let's see. The neutral throw is like an anime throw, and the forward throw is like a Virtua Fighter throw, which I really love.
Best of both worlds.
Oh yeah, very unique. There's like no games I can even think of that do the whole, if you are attacking, no matter how slow or fast, you beat the throws.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a handful of games that kind of embrace that, right? I think Tough Love Arena kind of acts that way. Just jab to beat throw is kind of their whole tech system, right? And it does. It feels really good, especially when you get into those really quick exchanges.
I did not know Tough Love Arena did that. Looks like you need a ready
Oh, my bad. There you go.
or pass, yeah.
Yeah. Here, let me
Let's see.
ready up.
Oh, I'm still playing Nick. Oh well.
All right. See some Grav versus Andrew. Oh yeah, Pokken Tournament, Super says, does attacks always beat throws actually as well. Woof, big damage. Haha. Oh, good stuff. Alright, move forward. Gets the big jump in. Gets blocked this time. I guess Andrew not bothering with plant at all, really.
It is, yeah, it's pretty hard to get plant up against Nick.
Yeah. Nick is way more fun to play with.
Yeah,
more.
right there.
Yeah,
That was
right,
a
and
great
then
plant.
trade
Oh,
gets
sweet.
the sweep though.
Then I'm gonna Abare and just hit it with him. Yep.
Nice.
I don't think that was guaranteed chip, but it was close. Let's see. I want to play some Lewis. This character is a mean. He's a dirtbag. Because he's got this move here, which, as you can see, just breaks all the rules of the game. He's like, oh, you want to do mix-ups on my wake-up? Well, that's too bad.
Would rather you not.
Like, there is almost nothing you can do about this, you just kind of have to block it. And you get a little bit of chip, but it's mostly like sending a message. Like, there you go, there's the punish.
Yeah.
You can walk forward and it becomes punishable. If you don't know that, you will lose really hard.
Lose
to
this guy. So yeah, you got to walk into the
see-
walk and block, right?
But see, I'm gonna be stubborn, and I'm just gonna do it anyways, and it beat anti-air. So, yeah, it's mean. And that means that his third game becomes really strong. And, okay, here's a really interesting punish. You're like, okay, what's the best punish here? And it's most definitely back throw.
Back throw.
Yeah. Like that's just one of the... That's one... I've seen people lose off of that. Like, throwing someone into the corner is huge. Who cares about the damage?
Fair.
And here, I'm just gonna do my move.
Ah.
Although honestly, I should have probably done wake up pile bunker, because, like I said, if you're gonna risk it, just go big. I had the right read, I would have gotten a knockdown and more damage.
Okay.
Like
Oh,
here,
that's-
let's just
That's it. So
Just
Lewis's
send it.
dandy step moves, they aren't invulnerable in any way, but they move his
Yeah,
hitbox
see?
back
Right here.
1 even on wake up.
I just send it. Do the pile bunker.
Do it. Just do it.
There we go. Yeah, we're gonna go for the damage here.
Damage punish. Yeah. Still puts you right
Oh.
there. Oh.
Smart. Do the walk forward.
Yeah, and you're taking the back throw so they get the corner.
Okay. This is interesting. I cannot actually do my cheat move now because my back step would be punished.
Yes,
if they did a jump
because-
in or something.
Yeah, because it's not actually invulnerable. It's just it moves
Yeah,
you
he
back.
just
But if
moves-
you're in the corner, you can't move back.
Yeah, he moves back.
Yeah, slide works similarly, says D Hamster. Or yes, Hurtbox HC. Yeah.
And I think that would have been a chip out. Although I don't think it's checkmate because I think you can jump over that move. Should play more Lewis so I can remember all this. Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
really.
this Fist Euphoria is kind of broken, but look at the damage. It does nothing.
Yeah, it's not huge, but it's something that you have to deal with time and again.
But it is a really nice like harass tool right here. I can just hit it and nothing bad will probably happen.
Yeah, Lewis 4A, very strong in part because of his speed.
So it's really just you just use it as a harass tool to get them to start blocking. Is the way I see it. No, very smart tech there. It is. I mean, it is kind of risky to do the tech because you're open up to damage.
True.
Like, I'm either gonna do a jump in, or do a pile bunker.
Yeah.
You can't be. Yeah, you can't be too afraid if you're playing Lewis. You just gotta send it.
Gotta be willing to go in. Yeah.
I actually like Lewis a lot though. The fact that he breaks so many rules, he can just get out of mix-ups. It's too good. Oh, that was a hard read. Because Fireball on Wake Up is like, it's gonna lose to any button pretty much.
Yeah.
um,
Okay, yo, you know what? As you're playing this match, I'm actually going to take a look at who we got in chat here. We have one more key to give away for Mega Knockdown. And definitely, folks, check out the pinned message there in the chat if you're on Twitch. You can go check out Mega Knockdown. It's available on Steam right now. All right, rolling the dice to see who's getting the this last
Nice.
code here, and it's gonna be Tommy Attacks. Tommy Attacks. Make sure here. I'm gonna go in here and add all of our friends. Tommy. And then I'll get you your code. Yo, I always appreciate when folks are able to come by and check out the stream, and if I'm able to, share the love of some awesome fighting games, I'm going to do so. Shoutouts to D Hamster for hooking us up with some codes. And everyone better be checking out Mega Knockdown. Like I said, the game's available on Steam right now. There is the League the Mega Knockdown League, which you can join and compete in. What do we got? It's gonna be, there's a $40 pot bonus available for the December league.
Good games to Andrew. Always fun.
Yeah. $40.50 in the pot currently. And yo, no problem, Tommy Attacks. Like I said, drop me a DM and I'll hook you up with that code. Okay. Get hit for it. All right. And take the sweep. That's it. Because, I mean, that's the problem, is they know I want to walk and block. And then they walk forward, keep me stuck in the... Yeah, keep me stuck in the plant. Get the sweep again. Just tough. Yeah, jump when I think you're gonna sweep. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I will say for jumping, I think with Billy especially, it's really worth considering doing jump C, because you're gonna get a knockdown with it.
Oh, sorry.
Usually,
For what?
Yeah. So
Jump C versus.
Jump versus jump B, because usually you jump in with B. That's kind of like the normal, but it doesn't knock down. And your speed is probably not going to matter too much if the read's correct.
Okay.
You're really just looking to limit their movement. So, because if you do a jump B, they can walk back, or they can also like do a jump back.
Okay. Ah. Knocked out of the air. All right.
That was a tough one. Yeah, I think this might be the most frustrating matchup for Billy.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of grappler life, though, right? Like, this is always the struggle, and grapplers could be super strong once they get in, but working your way in is gonna be tough. And like I said, with a game that kind of forces you to really learn the finer points of these moves, it can be a frustrating endeavor. Anti-air. Damn it, no, I can't from there, yeah.
Yeah, with Billy, I would consider occasionally doing air throw, because if they try to do a 6T to catch you walking and blocking, you'll just both whiff. If they do a sweep to catch you walking and blocking, that'll also whiff. But if they do a jump attack, you'll beat it.
Okay.
So it's a good coverage of options. If they're just standing there doing 5V, yeah, you're gonna lose. But
interesting. Okay.
yeah, and Billy has the best payoff. Billy gets a point blank situation after air throw, which is unique to Billy. Man, it's Billy. Whatever Billy's pronouns.
D Hamster has been using he. Okay. Billy's air throw is techable, but it is strong in other ways. Mostly the community has settled on he, him pronouns. That.
Oh
Okay.
my god. living the grappler life.
I just got to embrace it, man.
Wow, it even dodges the vine. That's brutal.
Nice. No, not from that range. Yeah, I should have just walked and blocked. That's fine.
Right there, that's one of the most annoying things about this matchup. Normally, the fighting flurry would be more punishable, but with Vine it's not, and it's so easy for her to get Vine against Billy.
Yeah. Okay. Hmm. Ah, nice.
Oh, short run rounds.
Oh, just barely. Just barely.
Oh my gosh. Billy round.
That was super close, yeah. I'm like, okay, I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with this idea too of just like... staying a little bit calmer. Walking in for that. I'm not getting anti-aired as much anymore. I've never seen a timeout in this game.
Oh, Alan, just watch some of my tournament replays. Like, I will just lame people out really hard sometimes.
Yeah. I mean...
There was a match I played against Stealthy where I literally just ran away for like 30 game seconds.
That's amazing. I'm gonna have to eat this coming in. Alright. No, right, yeah, strike, beat, throw, so. Oh, boo. Yeah, 30 to 40 turns to work with, right? It's a good number of turns, right? Because for sure, sometimes it can feel a little bit, I don't know, like, oppressive having a lack of turns.
Yeah, and you can control how long the turn is. I think if both players guard, it's just 1 tick. If I think either player does an action, then it's 2 ticks.
Okay. Nice.
So
Nice.
if you're trying to run the clock, you want to whiff moves.
You want, yeah, whiff.
As long as
block.
it's like a safe distance.
Well, and that makes a lot of sense too, right? Like if you're hanging back at full screen, just down backing, that's the way you spend the time, right? So it makes sense that that kind of eats up more time. Yeah, if you expect a jump, you can also go for a jab. Oh no, just get sandwiched.
Yeah, if you're trying to
That's
kind
fair,
of
yeah.
passively go in, I kind of like 6A because you move forward. If they block, you're still advantaged.
Billy jab is plus 20, yeah.
Yeah,
So
pretty strong.
yeah, okay, no, but then I'm too slow to... Ooh, this is probably not... No, I'm gonna get chipped.
Yeah, it's chip out. I don't think you could do anything there.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think anything. But
Yeah,
gotta go for it.
unfortunately, it hits your jumping attacks. So what are you gonna do?
yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, because you didn't have it out, so you might as well go for the sweep. And I'm gonna get thrown. Nice. Ah.
Oh, nice. And you got the special animation because they didn't have the health to be comboed.
Think this through. Nice. Good anti-air. All right. Oh, really? So her back 8 beats my forward A? Okay. Yeah, that jump A knee strike worked really well in that scenario. Good job on that, Alan. I'm gonna have to. Yeah. Oh, good stuff. All right, I think I'm gonna have to call it with Mega Knockdown for the time being. I still gotta hop into some KI.
Yep, I gotta drop off too. It's been really fun.
It's been really fun. Thank you for coming by and teaching me some stuff and playing some games. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Love Mega Knockdown. Later.
Nice. Adios. All right, friends. Yeah, yo, thank you, D-Hamster, for the game, for the codes, for sharing the love, playing some matches. Andrew, you as well. GG's, much appreciated. Alan, amazing work on what you're doing with the art. I'm really loving it. I cannot wait to see the these characters just complete and just like lovely the lovely final frames. I'm looking forward to it. All right. Yo, we're having a good little day here in the digital basement. I appreciate it, y'all. Yeah, great spread. Honestly, great spread of games today. Like Andrea's Explode Judo, D-Hamster's Mega Knockdown, and then the Killer Instinct from Iron Galaxy and their most recent update. It's like 3 very, very unique takes. Actually, there's some like combo breaker stuff going on with Explode Judo, which I think is a lovely little connection there. But yeah, man, I'm excited to see more from these lovely indies. Andrea is working on updates to Exploding Judo Federation right now. There's a casting call out for voice actors for the announcer for Exploding Judo Federation. So we've got some lovely updates coming there. There's the amazing art being worked on in Mega Knockdown and the game updates regularly. Damn, the leagues, which, I'm finally going to get into one of these Mega Knockdown leagues this month. It's going to be good times. Cap off the year in fashion. It's great. Yeah, no, Punk, you're absolutely right. It's Mega Knockdown's a great game for the uninitiated, but also the, like, fighting game diehard. Like, there's a lot of, especially if you like doing the like theory crafting of situations and setups and set play and combos and like building the ideal Oki. definitely invest some time into Mega Knockdown. I think it would really reward those kind of players. But also just like, if you just want to be able to be like, hey man, I push the button, I do the thing, I can take my time with it. You can take a much more casual approach, but you can do the super analytical approach. It's pretty cool if I do say so myself. All right, you know what though, friends? We're gonna be right back. Take another little stretch break. Grab yourselves a drink, grab yourselves a snack. We're gonna be playing some Killer Instinct. Ooh boy, this update. I haven't played this game in like 2 years, and I am excited to see just me get absolutely destroyed by people. Even the computer. I doubt I'll be able to get through the arcade mode in this. So yo, get ready for some Killer Instinct in just a couple minutes. I will be right back, friends. on back. We are in the third period of Niche Fighter Monday. I hope y'all are doing well. Yo, Alan, if you have any recommendations, folks, this is the space. This here is the space to just gather around and whisper in your friend's ear about your favorite fighting game. The best niche little fighter out there that you know of, whether it be Merfight, Mega Knockdown, Robo-O, whatever it's on your list. Yo, share it. That's what this in the digital basement is for. Yo, by the by, you can join our lovely little Discord down in the digital basement. Right here if you like to. Make sure, folks, don't forget to give us the follows if you want all the cool new info and some interesting talk about fighting games in the world and music and art and whatever it might be. And then, you know, if you're able to, if you have it within you, we got the Patreon up here, and there's, of course, you know, Twitch subs. You've got that Prime sub sitting around. I'd always appreciate it if every now and again you toss it my way, help pay the bills here in the basement, and keep us doing what we're doing. Except Hellish Court. Andrew, yo, I know, it's actually nothing personal. I know, man. I like, Andrew has been trying to get me to play Hellish Court for so long, and it's funny, man. It's just one of those things that it's always just down the priority list, right? Dude. Maybe that's what can happen. Maybe someone in the basement can get me a Christmas present, or you know, give me a little holiday gift of Hellish Court, and it'll be a gift for Andrew Muir as well. Yeah, it is actually really interesting. I think in the wake of all of the one-hit weapons-based fighting games like One Strike and Sklash and such. Right, I think it's a really interesting parallel to what you can do with that in the 3D realm, right? And I do genuinely want to check it out, but like I said, it's always just one notch lower on the priority list. All right, friends. Yo, we have some Killer Instinct on deck right now. On deck. Here we go. Oh man, when the dude is faster, oh dude, it's right. It's a dagger to my heart. Oh no. I know. I have publicly spoken about how it shouldn't take the big dudes to get to these little games sometimes, but here we are. Yo, Killer Instinct is it's one of those games that for me is super interesting on an intellectual level, but I've had struggles clicking with it over the years. And in I think it was 2021, I picked up Killer Instinct and I started playing it a bit. And I was just I struggled a little, but I really love the idea, man. It's a really cool concept. I think sensory overload might be one of my issues with the game, I'll admit, but yo, let's go in here. You still don't like its combo breaker system. Yeah, and that is fair. And this is something that this game works very, very differently than the way a lot of fighting games work, right? And so it's the we're gonna take a cue from Sajam. It's the sandwich approach to combos. So the game has moves which are tagged as openers. There are autos, there are linkers, and there are enders, right? And so you want to create a combo where you start with an opener, like a jumping attack, and then pressing a button will lead to an auto double. So these two moves will automatically come out after my jumping attack when I hit medium punch, right? So you want to build it, right? Jump in, opener, that, and then you go into a special attack as a linker, right? And from that, you can go into another double. And then eventually you want to use one of your moves tagged enders. So, right, I'll do opener, auto double, linker, auto double, ender. And this completely cashes out. You'll see maybe Arya isn't the best character to pick. Let me pick someone with a normal looking health bar. I think Riptor should have one. Yeah, Double Helix was Season 1 designs, and then it moved over to Iron Galaxy. And yeah, some people obviously prefer the Double Helix designs to the IG ones, but I don't know. I think the game looks really good, but it is very, very busy. It's a very busy game. So you'll see the white health there. That is the potential damage. And so you build these combos and you cash out that potential damage when you use your ender, right? And then the idea is that if you don't use an ender, then they keep that as a bit of health and it slowly recovers. It's a bit of gray health. And then the other part of the combo system is the breaker system. So the combo breakers come into play and you can break these auto doubles, right? So do I actually have no dummy options, combo breakers, only mediums? Here we go. All right, so if I jump in and I do a light, right, I'll get an auto double out of the lights. I can do the heavies and get it out of that. But you can press the punch and kick of any strength to attempt to break the auto doubles, right? And so it becomes a guessing game of do I go light, medium, heavy? What do you try to break? If you break it, you save yourself a ton of damage, right? You can end someone's combo midway. But then if you fail, you will be locked out from attempting it, and people will be able to get guaranteed damage with the big heavy linkers doing big damage, right? Yes, and that's it. Heavy linkers, while most damaging, are also fairly reactable, right? So the second hit here of the light is going to be much harder to react to than the second hit here of that, right? So you have a bit of a window there. The mediums are somewhere in the middle in terms of difficulty, right? Like that's kind of just how it works. And so how do you string these things together? What am I using, right? I can't use the mediums. Okay, then I go for heavy. And then right into an ender, right? You don't have to do super extended combos. You can just do, I mean, in theory, you could do opener ender, right? No, not quite. Right? But opener, auto, into ender, does a little chunk of damage. Yes, and then there are the shadow linkers as well. And so you can use your shadow moves as linkers as well. But they have different timing, right? So it layers in with the different moves that you can, or the different resources you can use to empower your moves, right? You can string those in as well. But then the manuals are there waiting in the wings as well, and that's what scares a lot of people. So yes, and honestly, and like, so this is where my grasp of the system ends, right? And then, yeah, there's counter breaking, there's manuals. I am not going to be the person to be able to explain those at all. So we're going to learn about them as we play. There we go. Pause menu. So there is pretty extensive tutorials here. There's the dojo. Ultra combos. There's an instinct mode. So there are various resources available to you. Right? Wall splats and juggles for combo extensions. There's a lot. This is a very combo heavy game, and it's a very kind of like rock, paper, scissors player read kind of game. And that's built into the combo breaker system. And I think it's a pretty polarizing aspect of the game, and something that it's like, if you don't dig it, you might not dig this game, because like I said, it's a core part of it. Yeah, there's a lot of knowledge checks in this game where you have to know about what does all these characters' autos, like auto doubles, look like. So you're able to break them, all these different situations, the different timings for the different types of breaks, how the counterplay works. There's a lot to learn there. But you know what? I don't know if I wanna do that. Your graphic settings have been to play online. You must. All right. Do the performance test. You get to. This is the most thrilling thing that's ever happened on my stream. Resets also exist. There's a combo limiter in the lockout system, which can prevent you from cashing out your damage. There's a lot. There's a lot to this game, but it means that there's also a lot to dig into, and so that's what you'll see from the fans of the game, is that like their talk of the nuance of the systems and the idea of counterplay between players becomes very important. There you go. Nope. That's what I wanted. This. Cool. Let's fight some human opponents. Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see how incredibly impossible it is. I am just throwing myself into the deep end, friends. How high can you go? Oh, we gotta do our qualifiers, right? Are you serious? The game has forced voice chat? Well, hopefully they don't fucking blow out my eardrums. And then they get to hear me stream. Hey, cool. Cool, guys. I actually did not know that. That's funny. Yes, Slur Fighter. Yeah, probably gonna break me in half. That's fine. Why not, man? Right into the deep end, right, kids? It does sound like someone's mic is on, so maybe they do still have it activated. Nope, no. Yeah, what a character, eh? I mean, looks pretty cool, gotta admit. Feels very Mortal Kombat. Coming through. Okay, I will fucking do that again, though. Curses. See, this is it. I don't know any combos, right? So... He feels a bit like an MK zoner. That's always the vibe that I got. It is like, yo, dude, this is such a, like, a visually busy game, though. Absolutely. It's wild. But you know what? I'm just gonna fucking push some buttons.
One step closer to fleshing out.
I will just push some buttons, I guess. They did get locked out to do a Shadow Linker at the end with the new special. Yeah, just have to remember ender types. It changes damage a lot. Yeah, absolutely. And that's going to be one of the first things that I really have to figure out, honestly, is just find, right? Just find a comfortable B&B. Just find a comfortable B&B and find a couple of utility enders and how to go about them, right? One way to use each of my resources. That's really all I need. But you're right, Hayama, that the games have always been, like, the Killer Instinct games have always been busy and kind of spectacle-y kind of games, so it might not be too weird then, right, that it's like this. Not too much of a surprise that it's like this. Will she be a clever girl? Oh, there we go. %50 damage? Dang. Combo breaker. Oh. Okay. Okay, I got the anti-air at the end. Whoo! See, and this is it. You can still do a little bit of, I'ma just push some buttons. I am not sure what I did to him, but it worked. You're not a fan of specials being normal canceled? Ah, yes. So, because you're right, yeah, the the way that the combo system works, you do the auto double out of a special attack. That is, I could see that being weird. Oh shit, got the mirror, alright. Combo breaker. Hey. Not doing anything special, right? The ultra toxic combo system. Oh, right, I forgot. You can fuck around at the end, can't you? Come on. There we go.
One step closer to flushing out Ultra Tech.
Oh, does rank actually let you leave after the timer is done, right? When they're doing that nonsense? Okay, cool. Because that's fine. Let them do it, right? Like, if somebody wants to, I mean, it's like the post KO combos in the Versus series, right? I always love that shit. It only lasted a handful of seconds, so it didn't really matter. So like, so long as the other player can leave, it's probably not that much of a deal, right? Though if you do get locked in there, that kind of sucks. Because it can go on forever. Minutes long sequences with their ultra combos, playing a fucking piano. Ooh, Shadow Jago. All right. I haven't played one yet. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. Ah, I got the fucking punish and then I just missed the special follow-up. Good stuff. Nice. Oh Oh shit, I did not even see that he swapped sides. There you go, shadow counter. Just waiting for it. Are we gonna see it? I'm telling you, man, you just hop on the keys. You know, you're in an 80s electro band. What a banger. Yo, single of the season, man. Oh, nothing like, yeah, and nothing like dropping the swag, right? Yo, I gotta admit, I'm surprised I've won any of my qualifying matches so far, so cool. Cool. I do want to get through my. We'll get through my placement matches here with Orchid and see what's up. We'll see how we're doing. How do they rank us? As we all know, friends, the only metric of skill in a fighting game that is worth anything is online ranking points. So I need to know how I qualify. We got another Shadow Jago. Might we have the same Shadow Jago? Yo, he's a master rank. Do they really? Oh, Sadira. Okay. This should be fun. Yo. Hoo boy, good luck, right? Yeah, that's what I figured. Yo, that, like, seriously, that is a delightful little mix, though, right? Just the air fireball into the whatever jump medium kick. Okay, but Orchid's jump light kick actually sticks out of fairways. Oh, damn. Okay, I'll get another throw. EX upper go with super projectiles. All right. I mean, her slide does too, right? Oh no! I should have just committed to the empty jump. I didn't need to empty jump throw. Yeah, EX upper. I gotta use it just more to get off me. Yes, I do. I do know of grenades. I should probably try to start incorporating them, even as interrupt. You're currently on track to qualify for bronze tier. Keep trying. You might make silver. Interesting. All right. And what is it? Is it 10? It's 10 qualifier matches, right? Yeah. This UI is so much better than Street Fighter 6. Oh my god. Like, dude, I legitimately have a problem with the Street Fighter 6 user interface. I don't know what it is about that thing. It does not click with me. Though, oh shoot, I've lost my cam. Hang on a sec, let me get that back. There we go. Hopefully that's better. Oh, I am blurry. Yeah, no, it legitimately, it feels like a different team made every section of that game's UI. It's so weird. How about them Murph fights Mohast? Yo, how did your tournament go? I was sorry I wasn't able to make it. I was out seeing the family. But yeah, I hope the Murph fight Kumite went well. I'm gonna try to make it out to the next one. A nice round robin, sweet. Round robin's nice. I'll check out the VOD. Yeah, round robins are really nice sometimes. It can kind of break up the I don't know, not the monotony of double elimination brackets, but it's nice to have something different, by the way, every now and again. Oh shit, yeah, that's right, Hayama, for sure. We gotta we'll hook up a Murph fight lobby, definitely. Throw. Oh, shit. Dang. Dang, got locked out. Orchid's throw might be weaker. I'm not positive. Oh, shoot. Done. Oh, maybe not. Oh, shit. I mean, I don't think Orchid is necessarily the big burly thrower anyway, so I wouldn't be surprised if her throw damage was on the low side. Man, seeing these folks who've at least been playing for a few hours. Make me work for this shit.
Target spotted. This should be quick.
Ah. Come on. There we go. Yeah, that's very little damage on the throw, though, eh? You're right. Damn. Damn. Oh, yeah, that's right. Toast is hosting a Murfight lobby tonight. Yo, Hayama, if you wanted some practice. Man, I had a good first round. Nope, done. It's like 5 p.m. here, so between 5 and 2, depending on where Toast is located. I'm not sure. I don't know if they're Eastern or Pacific. EST, so yeah, it'll be, right, in 3 hours. Oh, okay. So yeah, no, it'll be like whatever, 10 o'clock for you. Yeah. Oh my god, not again. This is Jester. I faced this guy earlier in the qualification run. Nice. I've crossed the threshold from I can push buttons and it'll be fun to I need to figure out a couple things that are reliable so I know what I'm doing. Right now, I'm wondering what are Orchid's overheads. Forward medium punch, probably. Oh, forward heavy kick? Okay. Grenade 4 HP. Yeah, yeah. Definitely more grenade, especially after my enders. And okay, let me see. Oh, Ricky Rich. Okay, this was the full gore we played earlier on.
Target spotted.
Big damage potential builder with 214 KK. Okay. Yeah. I've had worse connections. That sounds about right, though. Oh, man. All right. All right. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. Low bronze, right? I'm not even sure what the actual ranking system is. I assume bronze is the lowest rank there is. Dang it. Thank you, Tommy. I missed. Dang. Well, you know, I will. Oh, well, no, I got a match. That's so funny, man. I missed the switch to KI. I actually was smart enough to change my my Twitch stuff for the other games. Good catch, Tommy.
Target spotted.
All right, come on. That finish him? No, not enough. Oh, damn! Okay, okay, we're fine, we're fine. It's, yo, Chain Gear 2.0, right? Oh, why, Mike? Oh, no. Whoo, boy.
One step closer
We got
to
him.
flushing out Ultra Tech.
We got him. Alright, let's see where this puts us. Advance to ladder bronze. Damn, man. Yeah, 4 and 6, that actually strikes me as very me. Let's go through the rules quickly. Alright. Your current point total, the heart of the ranked leagues. Win matches to earn points. You can lose points by losing. You will never drop below your current tier. The next tier you reach is silver. And then we gotta make our way up. And then, yeah, so month-long seasons. That's not bad. It's not bad. Nah, it's true. You did not get to say your Azazel is your favorite big bad boss. Expo Judo was really fun, man. That was super cool to go back to, check out the newest build. It was great to be able to play some of the beta with some of the new art and the newest changes from Mega Knockdown as well. Man, and KI, you know, I think it did. Like, I went through the emotions, right? Where you start off and you're like, yay, pushing buttons, right? And I win a couple matches and I'm like, I'm on top of the world, right? And then you start playing people who actually know what the hell's going on, and it's like, ooh, I am not as smart as I thought I was. I am not as clever as I thought I was. I don't know what's going on. And then you start feeling the struggle when you get the hit and you don't do a follow-up, when you drop the easy ender, I was accidentally going into enders when I meant to go into something else to extend the combo, but my brain was just like, nope, just go into the ender. And I was like, okay, I need to like re-equip myself. I was like, oh damn, I don't know what my actual overheads are. Like, I don't know what if these moves are tagged as overheads. Gotta go figure this shit out, man. Right? Never felt so helpless as you did in your first online matches in KI. And there's a community playing these games that they know what the hell's going on, man. And it's a very different, like the combo breaker system in general, it's a very different system that you either have to be willing to make reads on your opponent, or you have to be willing to try to react to the more reactable autos, right? And that's not easy, man. Like, I'm not fantastic at it. I can do it a little bit, but man, if that's not your jam, like, that's a hard struggle. Then you got to do the guessing game, and if you're playing randoms online, you can't really develop that knowledge against the player, right? And then starting out, there's a lot you need to know. There are cues in the animation as to whether it's a light, medium, or heavy auto, right? Auto double, but if you don't know what they look like for the entire cast, for all of their options, you have to build that into your memory. It's part of it, right? It's like part of any fighting game is the process of learning and the process of accruing knowledge, right? And it's knowledge you have to accrue, and you're going to struggle a lot at the beginning. And so it's important to focus not on, right, like, don't focus on even the wins, right? Like, me focusing on getting wins in my qualifying run, probably not actually the best idea and the best approach to it if I just want to learn the game, right? It's like, I should be taking the opportunity to just apply what little knowledge I have. I know I can do, right, open, auto, linker, auto, ender. And I know that I have that one, right? And then all I have to try to pay attention to is learning what my combo breaker opportunities are, learning what my mix-up opportunities are with using the different strengths for the autos, right? And then saying, yeah, I'm gonna learn about these characters, learn what their moves look like, see what other players do with the other mechanics in the game that might be like, oh, that's how I'm gonna use shadow moves later on. Oh, that's how I'm gonna use my instinct later on, right? And slowly work those in. It doesn't need to be all in all at once. And in fact, I think a little bit of what these qualifying matches do is force the player to think that they've already have it solved, and when they realize they don't, they can get really discouraged. So it can be useful, but like it can also be disheartening depending on how you're looking at these qualifying matches. Right? But yeah, no, it's recognizing this as an opportunity, right? And then this tells you, right, where it's like, if I'm playing these matches and I'm trying to recognize what the animations are, what my counter opportunities are, if I get placed in silver, I probably have, it should be indicative that I have like a base knowledge that, oh, I probably, based on the characters I came across, I have a good understanding of what those things look like, and I was able to figure out what the players were trying to do, right? I ended up in bronze, so obviously I needed to either figure out players better or figure out what the characters are doing more, right? Some of it might be dependent on, like, who did you get matched up against? If you get matched up against a shit ton of masters in your qualifiers, odds are you're going to get bodied no matter what, so you're going to be in bronze. So, right, it's not a perfect system. Opportunity to realize you're probably never going to enjoy this game. And that's totally fine. And like I said, I've had this conversation with several people where they're just like, dude, KI looks really fun. People seem to be having a really good time with it. I cannot play that. Like, they do not, their brain doesn't click. It doesn't feel good to them. It's not the things about fighting games that are rewarding to them. And Killer Instinct very intentionally looks at aspects of fighting games that most fighting games probably don't do, but most fighting games don't have an explicit combo breaker system like this. So what that forces you as a player to do, and the kind of game that you're forced to play in order to play within that system, means that you might not like it because you're probably more comfortable with these other things, right? But some people find like what is interesting about Killer Instinct and that kind of that reaction, that reading aspect. They might find that's what's really compelling in other games, and so they find that there's a whole system designed around it. It's the perfect game for them, right? Yeah. And yeah, Grav, like you said, right? Most mediums and heavy auto doubles are reactable-ish, right? It depends on how good you are at that stuff, right? But it's some of them are on the edge of not being able to react, and some of them on the edge of being a little more obvious. But that's going to vary, right? And that's where the building the knowledge base, accruing knowledge, right? And like the idea of accrued knowledge in video games, man, dude, this comes up all the time whenever MrMKL and I talk about games, right? Where we were playing Mario Wonder, and like I'm walking around and I just stop and I turn around and I go back a bit and I hop up somewhere and I find a fucking secret coin. And she's like, how did you possibly know that was there? There was what? Like what made you know that there was a hidden wall there that might have a secret coin, right? And I'm like, I've played a lot of platformers. I know what tile layouts look like, and so I can see the seams that developers will use as cues that there's something hidden here. If you're not tuned into that stuff, that's knowledge I've accrued, right? I've accrued knowledge about where Mario games place their hidden items throughout the years. And so I can see something that looks just like it's some extra bit of flourish, some like animated flourish or some visual flourish. But no, it ends up being a key to cueing you into that there's a secret, right? But if you haven't accrued that knowledge over the years, that's not going to be a nod that it's something secret. Once you realize, once someone points it out, once you stumble upon it, you might start piecing together that, oh, that's the crack in the wall that lets me know I can bomb it. But fundamentally, there's cracks in walls, and what makes this crack different from that crack might not be clearly obvious if you don't have that background knowledge in something like Zelda, right? So accrued knowledge is, and it's something that fighting games, they rely on accrued knowledge. The more complex games, this is one of the core things that people would tell me was the impetus for or the trigger for the fighting game Dark Ages, is games like Street Fighter Third Strike having so much accrued knowledge required that it was impossible for new players to get into it, right? Combined with the fact that, there was a bunch of other stuff going on but that was like a core of like what is going on with game design, fighting game design at the time that the Dark Ages happened, right? A lot of people pointed to this extremely like high level of knowledge that was required to even really play these games competitively, which is why you saw in 2009 when Street Fighter 4 came back, they started pulling back and being like back to basics, easy to do, hard to master. That became the thing, because I think that was a fundamental like aspect of why players at the time felt the games were falling by the wayside. And just the way KI presents it, as Andrew says, it makes you think that you need to know everything all at once. The design of the game is very much, you can't ignore this mechanic for now because the opponents will be doing manuals, counter breakers, reaction breakers, etc. Right? You feel that you don't have to know everything and that's it. Yeah, very much a fuck you game, and the reason there are 5 players online, including me. I mean, I don't know. There might be more than that. I haven't looked at the numbers. Honestly, I don't think it really matters in terms of how many people are actually playing online. I mean, there's a very dedicated and fairly substantial community around KI, right? That I don't think that can be denied. Some people find some real joy in this game. And hey, man, like for me, pushing buttons, I think this is a perennial problem with fighting games, is that the bigger the skill divide between your players, the less fun there is to be had for the lower skilled player. Because like you said, they're going to be doing things that literally prevent you from playing the game, that you do not know that there is a counter to. You don't even know they're performing a mechanic that exists in the game sometimes, right? So that is going to be terribly difficult. But what you find is that when you play those games with people of relatively similar skill levels, that the messiness of it allows for a lot of fun. And with KI, it can come really easily, right? But you will very, very quickly, and even in the hour and a half of play that I've done, I started hitting that barrier of I'm starting to see what I'm missing, and missing that is hurting me being able to play. You can learn the systems and pick up the characters pretty easily. At the end of the day, if you hit a counter breaker on someone, you can do 40% damage combos, right? And this is it. The way the combo system works in KI actually lends itself to, because it doesn't matter necessarily. I can use any of my specials basically as linkers, right? It's once you know a couple of openers, okay, then button into auto, and then right, linker special into auto into ender. So they're like, you really need to know an opener and an ender, and then anything else in between, you can just put shit in there, and it doesn't really matter, which makes for a lot of really easily accessible messy play at like a low level, especially with players of similar skill levels. But it is, yes, a very systems heavy game, and that's it. And it's like, some games are like that. Dual Souls is like that. BT Dubs, new character just released for Dual Souls, voiced by Ninjister on Twitter there. So go check that out. But Dual Souls is a extremely heavy, systems heavy game. That game is like, buddy, it's the meme. It's the I heard you like systems. I put some systems in your systems, and we got systems for those systems, and it's all a whole system that we put together. Don't worry, you'll love systems. Like, it's wild how much shit is in there. KI's not that much, but there's still a lot of information that you need to know to be able to access some of the more nuanced bits of the game. I mean, yeah, Andrew, yeah, that's true. Thing in common, Players Online 3. I mean, thing in common with easily approachable games, Players Online 3, right? Thing in common with all serial killers, they breathed air and drank water. Like, I honestly don't think that is a connection, and that as a metric for like success of a game, while I understand why it's used, I think is flawed, especially with fighting games, which traditionally don't bring in the wider community that feed those kinds of numbers to these games. Yeah, and Katarn says, right, there's way more than 3 people playing KI. I get your point. I get your point that the community is likely smaller because of how complex the game is, but the community has the community it has in part because of how complex the game is. And I've time and time again I have said that it's totally fine if a game's not for you. I love Fantasy Strike. I 100% understand why some of my fighting game friends fucking hate Fantasy Strike, right? With a passion. Those dudes are not going to play this game. That's cool. They're going to go play the other games. And there are some that we both like, and there are some that I really can't jive with. I can't jive with fucking Guilty Gear, man. There are so many times I have tried to get into Guilty Gear, and it's just not for me. I am so happy Guilty Gear exists as a game. And I have found other games that take inspiration from Guilty Gear that I really do enjoy, right? So, how much of it is the system's heaviness? I don't really know. I am super happy. One thing I will say is I'm super happy that KI is a game out there that decides to explore something different. If there's one thing I want to I appreciated about our niche indie fighting games is that they like to explore different aspects of the genre. And this game looks at a certain aspect of the genre and they have a certain set of expectations for their players, and they are like laser focused on making that the best it can be, right? Yeah, and okay, KI feels like it tried a lot to be a mainstream game though. Yeah, and perhaps that the way that their expectations work actually makes it not that, right? And that they probably tried to rely, I think they tried to rely on the legacy of the game to bring in the legacy fans who might not be fighting game players, but are Killer Instinct fans. And I'd say they have a lot of success with that just in terms of character creation and offering single-player content. So I think if that was their approach to becoming a mainstream success, kudos to them. You know, your results vary. I honestly don't know how well the game did in the long run, but well enough to fucking years later demand an update, so I can't be too shitty. Well, Qatar, no, I would say I do think that KI was very much y'all remember the 90s? You played games in the 90s, play us, right? I think as far as like mainstream approach, like they definitely had that, right? They were like, killer cuts, let's get the soundtrack back out there, right? Like that was all the like, it was like porting over the mainstream tools of the 90s marketing into today, right? And they were just like, we're going to market you the 90s nostalgia, and that's going to be our aspect into the mainstream, right? Bringing in the Battletoads was a way to do that as well, right? What's another IP that would make sense in our world that we can draw on the similar type of nostalgia to bring in the more general fan, not the fighting game fan? Because that's it. Like KI was a game that fucking everyone played. People who did, my family members and cousins and stuff who did not play fighting games played the heck out of KI. Right? There was something about it as a mainstream success. And so I think for sure the modern KI tried to capture that in some way. Always felt like a metalhead fighting game. Absolutely. It's funny, like Guilty Gear as well. Guilty Gear obviously like rock metal influence, right? But KI was the other one. And it's funny because so much of the soundtrack for KI is not metal. It is like dance, right? It's like dance electronica. But still, it has a very metalhead vibe. I think it's the announcer scream, dude. There's something about it. Yeah, the Xbox One exclusivity definitely kept me away from the game for long enough, to the point where I felt that hopping in would have been extremely difficult because of how skilled players were. So I'd rather spend my time somewhere else. But I did come around to it. Oh yes, and Graf, I do like that as pointing that out. it is not like Street Fighter 4 where you hit a plateau and you must land some really like tight links and some really tough technical stuff in order to be successful at that higher level. KI doesn't feel that way. KI feels much more of a, like, you will be tested on your knowledge and your ability to react and read your opponent. And the things that are relatively low execution are still really strong even at that high end, right? That is my sense of it, at least. So, right? Yeah. Highest damage in the game, literally just HP special, HP special. That's what I was thinking, right? It's if you can get the heavy linker into a special, into a heavy, into an ender, like, that's all you need, man. It does big chunks of damage. So, and so, like, I like that the focus is supposed to be elsewhere, but it does create a really, really high barrier of, you need to know all this information to be able to effectively utilize and to be able to effectively do this kind of thing, right? So, and yeah, if you can get a lockout, then you can guarantee that kind of stuff, which becoming interesting. It's fascinating. It is really. It's a world of fighting games that is not super explored in depth. At least not with a huge variety of games. It's becoming the same thing with 3D fighters, where there are so few 3D fighters out there that just no one's exploring the space anymore, right? And so I would love to see, can you do a KI combo breaker style game with like a sandwich style combo system, whatever the hell you want to call it, and make it not be so much of a knowledge check and a book test, right? How much can you limit the play space and still have it be interesting, but not have it be a burden to learn everything, so that you don't feel like you have to know it all in order to be able to start playing? What that might look like could be really interesting. I fear that if as you strip that away, it makes the guessing game space, the rock paper scissors space, way less interesting and way more gameable as a system. So there's some concerns there, but like, we don't have people exploring that space, so we don't really know what the end result would be. So it's not that KI is hard to learn, is that in order to really become proficient with the game, it requires you to know a lot of information. You have to know, like, it's really hard to combo break things without guessing unless you know what people's autos look like. And in order to know how many autos does everyone have, right, across the entire cast, it ends up being a lot of information that you have to accrue in order to start being effective in terms of how I'm using these systems. The systems themselves aren't difficult to use, right? But being able to apply knowledge effectively means you need to have a lot of it. And I think that's a fair criticism of KI in terms of a roadblock to learning the game or to like playing the game, right? No, it's not entirely based on animations. They signal it with other information as well. But like I said, I said this at the beginning of the stream, where you don't know what you don't know, and until you know it, you can't utilize the tool, right? And so that can become a very frustrating experience for players as they start realizing that they don't know they don't have access to the information. They haven't learned the information. They haven't seen those indicators, right? And until you know what those indicators are, you can't like distinguish between them. So how am I going to guess? Like, sure, I know what a light looks like. I don't know what a medium or a heavy looks like. So what am I guessing for? I'm guessing for not light, which is a bad guess, right? And so like, I have to know what a light and medium and heavy auto look like in order to be able to distinguish between them. And then I have to be able to react on top of that. Absolutely, the same sentiment can be applied to all fighting games. That was kind of the beginning of the conversation, is that this is a problem with all fighting games, all skill-based games, all competitive games even. But it means that the way that Killer Instinct has designed its systems skews it to be you need to know a lot of that knowledge, especially when there's a disparity in player skill levels. A good player who has that information versus a good player who doesn't have that information, that good player who doesn't have the information is going to get trounced, right? But it makes for a really interesting play space, I feel, at the like low end when you have two players who are very similar in skill level, because then it gets to be this messy, guessy game, right? And that can be really interesting and fun and entertaining. I was smiling when I started doing it and I was having that experience. And then I started playing better players and I was like, ooh, I see the gaps, and the frustration started to creep in, right? So I just got to check myself and learn a couple things, and I just got to take it casually or gradually, and not force myself to learn everything all at once, because I don't think you have to. I don't think you have to, but you will have to accept taking some lumps along the way. Well, and Grav, yeah, this is why I love when games explore these other aspects. Like, sure, give me a game that requires me to have a lot of knowledge and then have a good like guessing reading game in the combo breaker rock paper scissors system. I love that. How does it make me think about fighting games, right? We were talking about this with one-hit kill fighting games, right? If you take away the one-hit kill, if you take away the combos, you're forced to start looking at other aspects. You're forced to start looking at Oki. You're forced to start looking at ways to set up set play. You're supposed to start looking at how do I set up a mix, right? And it's like taking away one aspect highlights the others. And KI does this in an interesting way that for a lot of players proves frustrating and they bounce off the game. That happens. But yeah, it is really cool to see how it makes you think about those things. And I think for me, it makes me think about, I don't actually have, I'm not able to quickly read a player. I struggle with quickly realizing that with a few repetitions. I take many repetitions. Long term, I think I get the edge on players in terms of reading what they do and what their habits are. But short term, I struggle with that, which makes ranked play really difficult for me, right? But KI highlights this aspect of the game so much that it's making me rethink it. And it's like, okay, what do I need to do to be better at recognizing character trait? What am I missing about player tells, right? Like I should look into what some typical player tells are, to what some typical strategies are for players, and start recognizing, hey, when I see these patterns form, then I have to do this or that or the other to counter it, right? Yep, it's a whole lot of effort for what you don't enjoy yet. If you enjoy the process, though, that starts happening right away. Yeah, and yeah, relearning. I mean, like, look, for me, like, learning how having to know everything before I start playing has always been the reason why I struggle with a lot of games. I want to know the bigger picture before I get into it. But sometimes hopping into the game and saying, I understand this, and I will learn that I don't understand that, and then I will figure out and I will ask the right questions. That is a cool experience for me as a player, whether it be in single player games or fighting games or whatever. So taking it that gradual step, right? One step at a time, learn one system at a time, learn what, right? When you start realizing that you have a gap because you haven't looked at these alternative systems or these other systems in the game, then you can start realizing you start realizing it when it pokes a hole in the game that you're playing. And so it actually helps to illuminate what the different connections between those systems are as you realize, oh, that's a failure point for me because they're doing this. They're doing this with the Shadowbreaker system. Oh, that's how that system works. What is the counter to that, right? It starts firing those neurons. Once you hit a counterbreaker on someone, you get hooked. KI does an amazing job of making it feel good when you're doing the thing, man. That is damn true. Yeah, like Tekken, it is a very complex game, but doing the simplest stuff gets you a long way in the basic gameplay loop and enjoyment of the system. And that's it. You gotta get time to Hadouken, man. What is the time for your player to experience the cool thing that makes them want to keep playing your game? Keep that short, keep that sweet. That makes the roadblocks along the way easier to deal with. Damn, friends. All right, yo, it is going on 6 o'clock here in the lovely city of Toronto. I'm expecting some snow. I need to go warm up by the proverbial fire and make myself some dinner. So thank you, everyone, as always, for joining me here in the digital basement. Friends, if you got it in you, if you got it in your heart, maybe a little holiday gift of a Patreon boost or a Twitter follow or a Twitch Prime sub, something like that, it warms the cockles of my heart. Maybe the subcockle areas, right? Maybe in the liver, maybe in the kidney. Who knows? I'm glad you can make it back, Punk. I'm glad you're in here, Hoyama. Andrew, for the games, Grav for the games, everyone for hanging out and chilling. I always appreciate it. You make this space great and worth being around and doing this stuff in, so thank you as always. I'm going to call it for the day, though. And yo, let's go head over. Speedrunner friend Flannel Cat is playing some Yakuza 5. So let's go give her some love. Tommy, Foxy, and Sylvie, if you're still there, make sure to drop me a line in the DMs, and I will hook you up with the Mega Knockdown keys. Until next time, everyone, take care of each other out there. I'll see you around.